Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
So the Lakers 5 right now. They got Siakam. Luka Doncic out there with Davis. And it's LeBron James. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And after an incredible rookie season, Jason Tatum back to earth just a bit, Chris, in year 2.
Oh, yeah, and all that talent. Tatum getting to the line 6 times a game. That's how you put pressure on a defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, it's still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact that the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Like the Clippers of a year ago. They looked like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr.
Right.
Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pick.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Giannis outside. Knocked away. It's stolen by Davis. Here's LeBron. Great tee that time from Mark.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D. Avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
It's stolen by Gobert. LeBron passes to Davis. Doncic outside. Now James. He has 5. Shot clock at 5. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Tatum. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Outside Butler. And they double up from deep. Giannis. Gobert pulls it in. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Tries again. And Giannis with the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points in the game.
0 for 3 start to the first half is finally behind them. I mean, now maybe they can get something rolling.
Timeout called the Lakers. And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Yao checked in for Gobert. Brandon Ingram comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Brown in for Davis.
Yeah, they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Stevenson outside. Now the pass to Antetokounmpo. He goes up again. And the layup is up and in. Giannis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Toughness and energy on the boards. An easy putback to show forward.
They get a hand on it. Doncic left side. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
To the inside. Here's Kemp. It's good. 8 points for him.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
But yeah, it's getting to him, GA. The lack of communication, the lack of trust.
James dishes to Doncic. He kicks to Ingram. From 10 feet out, that one goes. Count it.
Great scoring potential for Ingram. He's a rare combination of height and skill.
Here's Sloan. He's covered by Brown. They grab their own miss, and it's in there. Kemp's got 10 points.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Brown outside. LeBron kicks to Doncic. Passes it to Yao. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Giannis. From deep three-point range. But they get it back. They double-team Yao. The kick out to Brown. No good on the triple.
And you can tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Here's Sloan. Now with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Ming. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
And the dunk by James.
Well, all you have to do is lob it up to James. His timing on these alley-oops, incredible.
And the Grizzlies leading by 8. And here's Arenas. The 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Oh, James is a tough defender. He uses his body well. He stays with this man and makes life difficult.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Memphis out in front, up 8. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Jason Tatum is out there with Wallace, and it's Chandler. Then there's Jimmy Butler, and it's Arenas in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Shot clock at 6. Siakam passes to Doncic over Arenas, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Here's Arenas. Gobert pulls it in.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. It's a good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
George dishes to Davis. Siakam outside. Outside, George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
For the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Did you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
And the Lakers have an illustrious past, Chris, but they can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. Teams around the league are getting more advanced with their scouting. The Lakers taking steps to ensure they remain on the cutting edge.
Butler kicks to Tatum. It's blocked. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. Arenas, that's a two-pointer. He trees it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Grizzlies lead by 8. Davis against Butler. Doncic trying to get open.
You can't throw a weak shot when Butler is open. His shot blocking ability, impressive.
But they'll get another chance. Wallace misses.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Outside Butler, just 5 on the clock. On deep. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Davis.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight.
Pass to Doncic. Shoots a fader, and that's off the glass and in.
And score from any area. His arsenal.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Arenas against Davis. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Chandler's shot, good.
Sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
Lakers trail by 8. And the Lakers call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Jimmy Butler.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Vogel had some real words for his team. He said, we're getting some looks on the three, but we're not connected. But don't get frustrated. We told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence, guys.
LeBron, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
The 30th pick in the 2011 NBA draft. It's been great to see Butler blossom into a perennial all-star.
Here's Davis. Los Angeles with another miss. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They're led by as many as 14 points. The first free throw is good. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fire. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led to my action. Friday was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. And Siakam throws it down.
You gotta love the intelligence of James. He understands the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease.
Pass inside. And started by Davis.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Butler against Doncic. That's the 3-5. That shot is off. And Memphis the other way now. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Aaron Davis picks one up. So the first one drops, and that'll post the lead in double digits. Both teams deciding to change it up. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And that should be enough to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of it.
It's all about Antetokounmpo. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Sloan. He's covered by Ingram. And that one's good by Yacht.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
And it goes down 2 points.
That's a feed the green makes it look way easier than it is. You got to have amazing vision to make that pass.
Parker outside. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Chris. The Twin Cities. In the West, it sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. They've got Abdul-Jabbar, Stoudemire out there with Rose. And it's English in at the 4. And for Minnesota, Davis is out there with Russell. And there's Klay Thompson. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Bowen in at the 3. Now here's Rose. Of course, we know these teams have great perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate, look the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
Here's English, kept alive. Abdul-Jabbar with the bucket.
And don't let the lean physique fool you. Kareem with the strength to finish through contact as well as anybody who's ever played.
Thompson for the triple. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. To the middle. English passes to Rose. Six to shoot. From deep three-point range, and Curry pulls it down.
Terrific closeout there. The challenge for 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
And yes, it's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
So it's the Timberwolves now. After the Kings pick up 2. Bucket is good.
Well, don't underestimate Curry because of his size. This guy does a great job absorbing contact and still finishing.
Here's Rose. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Davis.
And for a franchise searching for stability, it doesn't help that the Wolves have had a number of head coaching changes.
Obviously, the Wolves aren't alone in that problem, Greg. I think it can be difficult to identify just the right kind of leadership. And when you do Popovich or Eric Spoelstra or Rick Carlisle, you try to hold on for dear life.
Down low. No good on that one. And the Kings going the other way now. English dishes to Rose. Over Bowen. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Thompson finds Curry. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Davis. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Here's Stoudemire. No good off the back of the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Russell. Excellent D there from Stoudemire. Sacramento leading by 6. Pass to English. 1:21 left here in the opening quarter. Outside Rose. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Thompson. Kings have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
Oh, that's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
And it's good. 2 points.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Pass to King. kicks it to Reddick. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Kings leading now by 10. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. Now Bibby. A 3-ball. Trains the three-pointer. Bibby's got 5.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Kings here, they've been really putting on a show, guys.
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
On the court right now for the Kings, we've got Stojakovic. Divot's out there with Boozer. Then it's Bibby, and it's Van Horn in at the 2. Hole from deep three-point land. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Van Horn. The teardrop falls in. Van Horn's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Kings. And there's the pass to Karolinka. Divac with the block, and he's able to get it back. Poked away. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. There's the steal. Here's Stojakovic, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota.
You know, and the length of Stojakovic causes problems for the defense. He's excellent at forcing the issue and getting you to foul him.
Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. Wow. I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, it's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling. Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Davis is checked in for Karolinka. Klay Thompson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Paul. Pass to Bibby. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Over Thompson. And it's Abdul-Jabbar. That time on the assist by Bibby. And the Kings lead by 19. Rose against Curry. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Bibby. That one's not going to go. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Thompson looking for an opening. Feeds it to Davis. It's hauled in by the Kings. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 4th rebound in this one. English misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And Davis puts it in.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Here's English. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And the lack of rim protection top.
The answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Stoudemire's checked in for Sacramento. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Curry against Abdul-Jabbar. It's Davis on the wing. Back to Curry. 5 on the clock. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
This is where Steph Curry, that in-between game, that ability to balance the three and the drive with this space right here.
Passes it to Bibby. Releases. Rebounded by Bowen.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Curry kicks to Thompson. It doesn't go for him. Bibby with a defensive effort. Sacramento leading by 17. Left side Rose. Over Thompson. That one a little long. 23 seconds left in the first half. Loads it up for Davis.
That's just a terrific pass from Klay Thompson. My goodness.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Kings. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. He feeds it to Stoudemire, and stolen by Russell. Thompson from long range. Doesn't go for it, but they get it back. And so
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Sacramento came out looking very confident. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited defense. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it out to Kevin Harlan.
shout out to my man Joel.
Joe, what up?
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Klay Thompson. Anthony Davis is out there with Russell. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Bowen in at the 3 spot.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, he sees the play developing, takes care of his responsibility. Just terrific job defensively.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
When Klay Thompson gets his game going, there's nobody in the league who's more dangerous to a defense. This guy, when his shot starts to fall, runs as hot as any player in the league.
Up top, Curry. He's covered by Rose. Davis. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 6th rebound on the night. Stoudemire outside. There's the dish to Abdul-Jabbar. Stoudemire, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Stoudemire. Outside Rose. Here's English. He's guarded by Davis. English misses. And with Clay, when he goes off for these huge games, Lewis, sometimes he doesn't even dribble.
That's the amazing fact about Klay Thompson is a lot of his best games are all catch-and-shoot situations. His ability to be relentless in moving without the basketball and find the space. And do you know it only takes him 0.79 seconds to get his jump shot off?
The Timberwolves shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
It is easy to get lost in the well-rounded offensive game of Klay Thompson, but let's remember, this guy is an elite defender. Quick feet, great athleticism and length. Boy, what a player.
Rose goes in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Rose has got 6.
Yeah, he's still showing flashes of that incredible athleticism. Rose is a force attacking the lane.
Russell inside, defended by D-Box. Good! Russell's got his first basket of the night.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cuff, nicely done.
Pass to Stojakovic. This one for 3. Nailed from three-point land. And the Kings lead by 16. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Now, here's Thompson. Outside Curry. Oh, Russell in position. Stolen by Rose. .158 left to play here in the third. Stojakovic, the pass to D-Box. The game is shifting towards skill and finesse, but there are those players who thrive in this league who are like bulldozers and force the issue inside.
Well, a guy like Blake Griffin, who is such a physically gifted basketball player, enters the league as one of the great dunkers, but has now added a three-point shot, still can play bully ball. But for me, the most ferocious at-the-rim scorer, and the guy who's probably most underrated aspect of his strength, is the Greek Freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Good luck and good night.
I don't know how you do it. How do you defend?
Impossible.
Indeed. The Kings shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reddick comes in for Thompson. And it's Paul in for Steph Curry. Mike Bibby's checked in for Sacramento.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
To the inside. Boozer. And the dunk by Boozer.
Yeah, Bibby does a great job within their offense, especially when it comes to spotting the open man.
Paul passes to King. He dishes it to Reddick. And the pass to Russell. Fires from deep. That one misses. D-Box with some nice D. Sacramento leading by 17. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bibby passes to Rose. Shoots. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
Well, Kevin, that's simply about feel, right? Derrick Rose in pick-and-roll situations has such a good feel for the right decision.
Inside. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Defender simply couldn't get around the pick, and it was.
But Timberwolves have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Free throw good, Kirilenko.
And you've got to love the all-around game Kirilenko has. He's terrific at both ends, and he can play at any pace, makes an impact all over the floor.
And so it's Sacramento in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been playing. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. We've got Mike Bibby. Falls out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's English in at the 3 spot.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
Loads it up for Davis. Well placed. Alley-oop pass into the layup.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And it's Rose penetrating, and it's sent back by Russell. To the middle. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Amari Stoudemire checked in for fall. Kings leading now by 11. Bibby with it. Down low. The kick out to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Fires it up. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
You can see it. He's taking better shots, and the results are coming because of it.
Pass to Davis. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And the relentless nature that is Bill Russell. Always working for the best scoring opportunity. You won't find one better than that.
Timeout called by the Kings.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Timberwolves trail by 11. Ball looking over the floor. Thompson outside. Lets it go with the 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists tonight. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Sacramento Kings. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. That's a floater go, and it's sent back by Russell.
And guys, this is where instincts come into play. So much you have to read defensively. Russell not pulled at all.
Ball against Stoudemire. Ball goes in. Abdul-Jabbar with the block.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Here's Van Horn. Minnesota with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Dishes at the Stoudemire. Outside Rose. Just 5 to shoot. Here's English. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Curry's checked in for Paul. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:51 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Curry on the wing. He's covered by Rose. The Timberwolves again can't hit. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Floats one up. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Stoudemire outside. Passes it to English. Here's Rose. Looking to get it going. Great D that time from Davis.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Inside. That's a 6th field goal today. That makes him now 6 for 11.
Well, wow. Yeah, how about that fantastic look by Steph Curry? The ability to create and make the guys around him better.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're up by 8. There's a minute left to play in the final quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Derrick Rose.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Stoudemire kicks to Rose. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Van Horn. Clock at 6. Back to Rose. Puts up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Kings lead by 11.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Curry way outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Curry against Rose. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.